Hey there, fellow fans of chaos and morally questionable role models. Welcome back to the Nerds Club, where today we're asking the big question. Why do nerds love the bad guys? Let's be honest, villains get our hearts racing, our brains spinning, and sometimes leave us wondering, wait, am I the bad guy for rooting for this? But hey, it's not our fault they're more interesting than most heroes. I mean, look at Vision. You probably wanted Thanos to win. Let's break down why we can't resist the dark side. Heroes are fine, and all they save the day, smile for the cameras, blah blah blah. But villains? They're the moment. They steal the show every time. Nobody remembers what Steve Rogers said in that inspirational speech. But you know what we all remember? Thanos sitting in his space garden, chilling like a retired supervillain with a weird vegetable hobby. And Darth Vader? He doesn't need a pep talk. He just walks in, breathes heavily, and everyone's already wetting their pants. Reason 2. The tragic backstory effect. Villains are rarely evil for the sake of it. They're shaped by pain, betrayal, and questionable coping mechanisms. Loki grew up feeling second best. Darth Vader tried to save the people he loved, only to lose everything. Madara wanted peace so badly he declared war. We don't condone their actions, but we understand them. There's something compelling about a character who's just one bad day away from being the hero. Reason 3. They're agents of chaos. Villains don't follow the rules, they obliterate them. While heroes are busy strategizing, villains are out here flipping tables and reshaping reality. Heroes, we need a plan. Villains, or we could just destroy everything and see what happens. It's why watching Loki trick his way out of trouble is so satisfying. Or why Madara rewriting the battlefield with his god-tier powers makes us gasp. Chaos is fun, as long as it's not aimed at us. Reason 4. They get all the cool stuff. Villains have the best lines, the best outfits, and the coolest powers. Loki has his mischievous smirk, Darth Vader's breathing screams intimidation, and Madara's Sharingan abilities basically rewrite reality. Meanwhile, heroes are out here in plain armor, sweating over whether their capes will get caught in a jet engine.
Reason 5. They are relatable sometimes.
Heroes are often portrayed as perfect, always noble, always right. Villains, on the other hand, are messy. They let their emotions drive them. They make bad choices. And they double down even when they know they're wrong. Sure, we'd never drop a meteor on a battlefield looking at you, Uchiha, but we get the feeling of wanting to flip a table after a bad day. Villains are flawed, and that makes them feel real. Reason 6. The redemption arc tease. Villains with the potential for redemption keep us invested. We want them to find their way back to the light, or at least consider it. Kylo Ren walked the line until the very end. Zuko gave us one of the best redemption arcs ever. Madara? Let's be real. He flirted with redemption for about 5 seconds before doubling down on chaos. It's that glimmer of hope that makes us root for them, even when they're impossible.
We love villains because they remind us that no one's beyond saving, unless you're Joffrey Baratheon. That kid was irredeemable.
Reason 7. They make heroes better. Without villains, heroes wouldn't grow. Villains push heroes to their limits, challenge their morals, and give them something to fight for. Would Naruto's journey have been half as interesting without Madara manipulating everything from the shadows? Definitely not. Heroes need villains, plain and simple. Final thoughts. Why villains steal our hearts? Villains aren't just the bad guys. They're the reason the story exists. They're bold, complex, and endlessly fascinating. They make us question what's right, what's wrong, and whether we join the dark side, if given the chance. So the next time someone asks why your favorite character is the villain, just say, because they're the best part of the story. All right, nerds, that's the breakdown. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which villain you can't resist rooting for. Bonus points if they have a killer monologue like the ghost of the Uchiha himself.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world.